let's see. With my student aid money, I was buying a bunch of wine, and I had gotten into, a little bit into wine, and went to an alumni event Brian put on where we all brought a red bottle of wine. I happened to bring a port, and so it went last in the category, but just trying all the different wines, I was like, wow, this is kind of incredible that you could be doing the same grape, and try 8 different wines and they'd be totally different. So, Brian got out of school, and I, he was kind of doing his own thing with career and that sort of thing. But then, in the end, it kind of came down to I didn't have anything to do on Saturdays, whenever I got out of school. And this was been like 99, I guess, or so. And early 99. And Brian's like, hey, I need some help moving my barrel around on the weekends. And, we started in his garage, just with a barrel and a tank. And that was about it, as far as the early parts of where we started and, how we got here. It's been a long journey, but that's how I got it.
That event, that wine, we're trying 20 wines with 20 people. It was because we were just out of college, and it was a cool way to get drunk with your friends. And really, it was a cheese event. We were trying all these different cheeses, and then what happened was you were trying the white wine, the red wine, the sparkling wine, the port. That was like our first port. And we're like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. And that's why that's a Cabernet, and that's why that's a Merlot, and that's a Chardonnay, and that's a
Chablis.
Whatever. Like we started to learn about wine, and all of a sudden it became a little bit more, it had more meaning to us than just getting drunk at the end of the day. I mean, I remember at the first one we did, someone brought like Reuniti, Night Train. Like, I mean, there are some really high quality wines there. So, I mean, we learned really quickly, but at first I think people really liked the Night Train. But
we didn't have any ice for the Reuniti though.
Right, but because Reuniti on ice, that was nice. So I think that, and then we started getting into wine, we started talking about it, and then I think in typical, at least in Brian Vidic fashion, I'm going to make some wine. So I went and bought like a 5-gallon kit, and I made like a 5-gallon thing in my bathroom. And I remember making it and trying to siphon it into the carboy, which is the big glass container. And I had to get my neighbor, who used to still gas when he was a teenager, to show me how to siphon. Now we're siphon technology experts, right? So we did that, and then we did a barrel of Barbera. That's our first barrel of wine, and we did spectacular. In fact, we still have a half a case of that left. And
we should drink it.
We probably should. Yeah, it's probably time to drink that one. We just can't let go because it's the first barrel. And then I remember at one point we were sitting in there, and we would siphon from one barrel to the next, and we knew we could drink a 6-pack of beer.
Absolutely, we would destroy a 6-pack of Corona.
Because that's how long it took to siphon.
So we were working with a 1/4-inch hose.
59-gallon barrel to another 59-gallon barrel. So we knew that's what we did. 6-pack of beer and a cigar. And then we had 5 barrels. And then the technology started getting a little bit better. We bought the little flow jet pump.
Yeah.
That was good. I think one day, then we just said, let's start a winery. And then we got a little warehouse, 700 square feet in San Marcos.
Well, I think whenever we were trying to stack 8-9 barrels into your garage with the tank.
And by the way, my wife had to park her cars in the garage too. So everything had to be on wheels. So that was like the one thing that we had to do, is make sure that everything
at least
could
the
move,
bottom layer was on wheels,
so that she could pull her car into the garage.
At the end of the night, Holly had to park in the garage.
Right, that was the most important thing. So and that's why we're so good at moving stuff around. It's because we're like the Tetris masters inside the winery and moving stuff around the winery.
It's some things that hasn't changed.
It hasn't. Now we have a 2,000 square foot warehouse, and we're still playing Tetris. In fact, if we took this camera and moved it around, you would see that there's stuff everywhere. And this actually looks really nice behind us. But if you were here 30 minutes ago, there was a big pallet full of junk sitting right here. So, but I mean, that's really how we started the winery. And then as we started to get bigger, we kind of moved over, and that's kind of when Joe joined us. And Joe, he's a fraternity brother of all things, and I think